Hey everybody, we are back for the last 9 holes of the first round here at the 2024 Järva Open X Tyyni Silver Series here on the DGPT Europe. My name is still Maxime and with me is still Andrew Gum.
Happy to be here as always on MDG Media, Europe's disc golf hub, doing it all year long. Really great work, everybody. And really happy to have you all along for the ride. Tyyni is a legendary event. This has been going on, taking place in Seabay, but this year they've transferred it over here to Sweden, and it's a pretty huge one.
Huge one, and a huge fusion between Tyyni and Järva. And here we have Rachel Tutton through 15, 4 down, Sophie Björlicke, Tanghe, Väisänen, only Olivia Kindstedt from our card around and being able to be in the lead card tomorrow if she keeps going. Ida is also even not too far from it.
Yeah.
Same for Jenny. And yeah, let's see a couple mistakes from our 5-time world champ from a lot of our disciplines. And we are starting on hole 10, par 3, 112 meters. They changed it compared to last season. We had a crazy hyzer. Here it's kind of a hyzer flip up on the right side of this big tree you had on the left of the frame. Careful, tricky green again, slightly slopey and downhill if you are too short. But again, you can go flat with a stable disc, but you won't be able to approach the basket the right way. If you really want to be around, you need to go with a hyzer release past that tree and then try to flatten your disc to attack the green. Really not easy to do.
Super tough and touchy line here. Juliana, one of the best to ever do it, not just on the course, but also in the commentary booth and also across other disciplines, like you said. Here she's putting a nice move on this one, just a little too straight to get all the way there, catches one of those last trees to beat. It's tough because, if you leave it too on the inside, you'll hit that early tree, and if you push it too straight, there's that late tree. It's a very kind of delicate balance on this one. You got to flip it up right through the middle, get a little bit of fade at the end, get over the hill, and skip up to the basket if you're lucky. Pretty tough birdie to get, though. We only had one today so far.
And I like this line. If it can avoid that backside, unfortunately, those last branches entering in the way of Ida's disc.
Yeah, nobody in great position. Really off the tee. Jenny Karpinen got it into circle 1 and made the putt, so gotta shout that out. Really solid birdie to get. See if we can get something special up here from the feature card. Jenny up first, blasting into that hillside, but not getting quite as much scoot as she'd hope. You want to get over that if you can, otherwise it's a scary putt downhill.
Yeah, if you're too short, again, it's decision making. Not easy. Better to glide too much and go 10 meters too far than being scared and ending up 10 meters short because you have another hard shot to take.
Juliana leaning back, trying to get it up there. A little bit short, but in the circle. 3.63 average, so second hardest on the course here. As we see Ida put right next to the basket with beautiful touch. Dropping it in there. Jenny trying to save the par.
Oh, aggressive bit. She's gonna be left with a 5 meters tester uphill to save the bogue.
Olivia.
Man, come on.
Oh, and look at that camera angle too. That was nice. Catching it beautifully, hitting it in the heart. She's got some amazing putting skills. Racking up the highlights this round. Right back at it. We saw front 9. Crazy good stuff. Juliana, a little bit short on the par look. Comebacker. Gets it in there. Any looking for the comebacker?
Yeah, clean. It's a bogey, but still needs to drill this one into the heart. And Ida with a clean par. Good drive, catching the backside. Almost could have been an opportunity for bird, and we are moving on to hole 11, par 3, 125 meters. One of the hardest hole to get, I'd say, for the bird. And this is a mistake. We only have the drone shot from the MPO. The FPO is starting down that hill on the left side, so they have more of a straight line to the basket. There is a slight drop off just before the green, and I'm pretty sure for the FPO it's slightly uphill on that first part of the fairway, so not easy. There is also that slope from right to left, so careful not to go too high and fade early. You can be in trouble. There is a lot of trees down that hill, and apart from that, I'm pretty sure nothing too crazy. Really hard birdie to get. Should be an easy par if you control your shot.
Yeah, pretty straight for the FPO field. 3.47 average though, so can definitely give you some trouble. This is a really nice move Olivia puts on it. She can get over that hill. Yeah, I guess still some work to do. Maybe about 25 meters left to the basket there. It takes a pretty good pump to get up there for a birdie look. We did have a birdie from Rachel Turton already coming in.
Needs to turn.
She got it from 15 meters. That's a great get.
And as you can see, that can be the danger. If you're arriving and landing with too much speed also, you can end up having a weird reaction and roll down even further down the hill. That's nice. A better control to me from Juliana. It's still short, but controlling the fade, having a slight turn, and just ensuring an easy par.
Yeah, nice low laser beam, keeping it straight. Not veering off right or left. As we see Jenny coming up a little short. But yeah, it can be another pretty tough green as it, drops off pretty heavy behind the basket and to the left.
And as you can see, Jenny was very short.
Decent approach. A little bit work left, about 8 meters.
And this is not an easy approach. It's only 30 meters, but you need to match that slope again.
Almost hitting the basket.
And usually we have headwind also on this course. On this hole, my bad. So it can be tricky when you're just above the level of the basket. This is a great touch from Ida with the forehand.
Forehand approaches are really good from her. She's got that skill dialed. They seem like they're always like right under the basket or sometimes even hunting the chains.
And that's exactly what you want to avoid. She's landing with too much speed again with a slight hyzer. Doesn't really match that slope. And unfortunately, she rolled down and is just there with an 8 meters tester. And not able to catch any chains on this one.
Jenny trying to get her par. Does so nicely. Good putt there.
Yeah, good save from Jenny. You'd say Jenny or Jenny? The Finnish way to say it would be Jenny, but not sure about the Swedish way. That's a bogey for Olivia. Unfortunately, I'd say not the best control on this second shot. Need to arrive as flat as possible, and that's a huge mistake from Juliana, unfortunately.
4 meters, not getting it over the rim though. Just a little bit tense on the green, not quite, well dialed and committing completely.
Yeah, you're right.
Must be a
Juliana is very comfortable with the throwing. It's just the putting and what's happening on the Danes floor right now. That is the problem. Hole 12, par 4, 160 meters. You are going far downhill. That's probably the most Instagrammed hole on earth. You're just having that amazing view from that mount. But yeah, going downhill, as you can see, there is trees and OB on the left, on the right side. You need to keep on that fairway. And then the second shot will be tricky, well-guarded green. There is also, and they added this line this year, an OB line just behind the basket, my bad. 4 or 5 meters, so you need to control the glide and the power on the second or third shot. and also need to match that slope from that drive and the tee box.
Yeah, this hole is a prime example of the natural, abundant beauty here on the property. Lush green meadows throughout, really well manicured. You know, they've been working on this for decades, and the passion really shines through with the way that's been constructed. It's a very special place to play disc golf.
Yeah, very special. And they handled that cemetery project that just killed and removed 9 holes from, the old layout. Sometimes it's hard when you talk about that with them, and even for the players that were able to witness and enjoy the 27 holes layout. But yeah, this hole was part of it, and this is one of the best, one of the most beautiful hole you can play on tour. And very enjoyable, just because it's a downhill shot and you can see your disc flying for more than 7-8 seconds.
Yeah, a ton of fun to just rip drives off of there.
Yeah, what to say about that drive? You really need to control the angle. There is usually some wind blowing really, really hard up there also, so you need to really adapt what you're doing to the direction the wind is taking. As you can see, you can be left side. If you're not OB, you can still attack the basket and the green for birdie. There is a gap, not the easiest one. And to approach that green, you can either go down those trees, as you can see. Olivia is doing it perfectly. And if you don't have that line, or if you're not comfortable, you can also go over everything. But again, you need to control, let's say, the depth of that shot, because the OB is really, really close from the basket. Behind, that's a good looking line. Too low, maybe, for Jenny.
Yeah, you're right. It's such a well-protected green, guarded on all sides by different obstacles. Easiest hole on the course for the FPO. Only one under par at 3.97. See a lot of approaches get gobbled up in that bush.
Yeah, this bush is a killer.
Yeah,
you know, if it was not there, this approach would be very easy.
Ooh, back in bounds. Scary one there. Nice touch getting over the bush and giving it a chance.
And as you can see, Juliana is maybe 5 meters long on that approach, which is pretty okay in the end. And she's just in bounds.
Yeah, flirting with danger. They really drew that line in tight. As we see Ida wide right on her putt. Stays clean. Solid comebacker for Juliana. Fun fact, Juliana and I were born in the same city, Council Bluffs, Iowa. Oh, as we see Olivia take the par. And Ida coming back nicely too. There you go. Looks like a bunch of pars here on this one. We're 7 birdies on the day. Kind of surprised not to see one here on the feature card, but sure we'll see more throughout the weekend.
And it's pretty tight on top. And we are back. Hole 13, par 5, 229 meters. Same hole for MPO and FPO. Only difference is par 4 and par 5. Out of the tee box, I'm pretty sure the ladies are going to play short before the OB sticks. You just saw below the frame. If you are able to just play clean with 3 shots, even 4 shots, no, 3 shots, you will be able to go for the birdie. Yeah, my math is pretty hard right now. I'm a bit tired. I'm sorry for that.
You're all
but
right.
yeah, it's really tight. There is OB on the left, on the right. You need to control. And I'm pretty interested to see. Voila, that's right. She's not getting aggressive. Going before where the stakes are that you just saw on that frame.
Yeah, 229 meters, gradually uphill, tight OB. You really don't need to get too aggressive on this one. You just want to keep it in the middle of the fairway and just keep moving forward. That's all you can do, really. I mean, if you take big risks, that's when the numbers start adding up with the OB draws in tight near the landing zones.
And it's not that long for par 5 in the end.
No.
You know? So, again, 3 decent shots controlled, and you'll be in position to putt for birdie. I'm sure about that.
Yeah, 5.31 average. Right in the middle as far as difficulty goes. Nice laser beam here from Juliana, getting it up there right in the middle. That's all you need off the tee.
Yep, decent shots from the card on this drive as they are marching towards the second shot. And you will see in that second part of that fairway, there is lots of bushes that can just put yourself in trouble. Like you can shot a perfect shot, but just being caught by those bushes and not being able to throw freely on your next one.
Yeah, it's a relatively open course, but a lot of, kind of bushy trees and a huge variety of different trees on the course. But a lot of them serve as bunkers, kind of just left in the perfect place to kind of catch you up, to make you avoid them or to punish, shots that are not perfectly in the landing zone.
As you can see here, it's probable that Ida will be slightly in trouble, even though she shot a good stroke.
Juliana second, pretty good over there on the left side, similar to Ida, just a little shorter. Tyyni. Good looking move on this one. There is that strong sloping right to left hillside on the approach that you have to be aware of. You might want to kind of land it up a little bit higher and expect that you're going to get some ground play towards the basket. You don't want to kind of saw it off and let it skip OB down there. That's what you see kind of too often.
You're definitely right. I forgot to mention it, but better be on that right side. There is more space on that green, so you can attack that third shot or fourth wide on the right. There is also that slope, so your disc is able to just glide and use that slope to slide towards the green and the basket. Unfortunately here Juliana caught one of the last trees available.
Yeah, rare mistake on the approach. She's, so butter with those usually, but that one just didn't come out right. Hit that tree. It's going to cost her a stroke.
And that's the way to avoid that slope. Ida just shot a forehand, enables herself to crash into that hillside and not really think about the glide and the slope. Now Tyyni to go for a long range birdie, I think. Not being able to make it happen. That's gonna be an easy par though. I love this, man. It's the fourth time of the round where she's able to capitalize on the long range C1 or short C2.
Yeah, she's got a ton of long distance putts in the basket. That's a nice birdie from Ida, going under par, keeping pace with Olivia.
Yeah, one down, tied fourth. We saw that Rachel and Sophie are tied at 4 down. So yeah, pretty nice. And they have a couple holes also to play to take 1 or 2 extra birdies. Hole 14 now, par 5 for the FPO, 253 meters. You have kind of an OB river, let's say 100 meters away from the tee box. It's a straight shot and straight way to the basket all along the fairway. The OB is tightened up on the left and on the right side as you are getting closer to the basket. So again, I'd say for the ladies, 1 placement shot before the river, 1 placement shot on the second, and probably having an 80 to 100 meters shot to approach that basket and have a birdie opportunity. And control your line, try to be as straight as possible. There is also a couple bushes that you need to avoid. Oh no, yeah, went through this one. she should be fine to attack that second stroke pretty comfortably.
Yeah, Olivia, high hyzer, coming into a good spot there. Nice work. Quite a few long par 5s here on this beautiful property. They're a ton of fun to play. Here we see a nice drive from Tyyni. Disc Golf Network. Make sure you subscribe to that. Catch all the live action from across the pond and over here in Europe this season. Been a ton of fun. Juliana is actually number 1 in the Global Masters Series rank right now. She's got 263 career wins. I know we're going on and on about her accomplishments, but she is one of the all-time greats, so it's worth mentioning these things. Solid drive. Gets way up there, short of the OB on this one. That's the play for the FPO field. You rarely see people push it past that little OB river.
You don't really need to. It's a par 5 again. As the MPO field needs to attack if they want the birdie, because it's a par 4. So as I mentioned, it's just 3 placement shots and you will be around the green. As you saw, Ida, I think she's going to be left with a 110 meters approach with a distance driver or fairway if she has a distance. That's better from Juliana.
Oh, Olivia steps to the left of her mini. Not sure if it was a foot fault. Nobody else saw it. Gets up there pretty nicely, despite the clumsy footwork. It was a good throw.
Uh-oh. This needs to fade.
Gets just barely back there.
Okay, she's backing down.
Yeah.
My God.
Not by much.
Scary.
Yeah, she was OB for almost the entirety of the flight, but came back just enough in the end.
Oh, nice kick. Slowing down the disc on the... yeah, thanks to those branches. She was going OB. You need to control the fade on this last shot to approach the green. It's so easy to just... yeah, fade early, skip, and have too much ground play.
Yeah, that
ending up on that left side OB.
Birch branch saved the day for her. Olivia's up there. Juliana, beautiful line, scooting it up to the circle's edge. Nice and straight. Opportunity now. 5.19 average on this one. Tyyni busting a good move here. Comes up just a little bit short, but on the dance floor. Olivia, long jump putt range. Stays close. Ida here after the good break from the tree hit. Puts it really, really close. She's clean on the back 9, so Ida making moves.
I'm pretty sure she was clean on the front. She took 1 bogey, 1 birdie on the front, so lots of pars. If she's able to keep that pace, she's going to be in position to be in the lead card tomorrow. Too short and low for Juliana on this putt. Again, I will say, as you were mentioning, some struggles on the green, unfortunately for our veteran. And we are moving onto one of the hardest on the course. Again, the FPO and the MPO layouts are different on this one. 15 is a par 4 for the ladies, 157 meters. You want to release your disc on a hyzer with an understable disc to have that kind of a hyzer flip up shape to avoid the first trees on the left side. It's really tight. And as you can see here, it's not the U shape as the MPO have. It's just turning to the left side. So if you are able to have enough distance off the tee, you'll be left with a hyzer shot on the second to attack the green. A par should be pretty okay. It's one of the easiest on the course, actually.
4.13, yeah. There's kind of like a sneaky inside line you can go through the woods. There's a Mando on this one that you have to go right of, but there is enough gap to kind of sneak through the middle. As you see some of the shots end up on the left, they can still kind of like hit.
That's going to be tight. That's going to be tight to attack the basket, I'm pretty sure, from Ida's spot. But again, as you can see here, she's releasing hyzer because the shape of that first tunnel is just making the players doing it and not having the choice. You just need to find an understable disc that will flatten out.
Yeah, and flip up nice. Yeah, I mean, because you need the hyzer to avoid those inside branches, but then, yeah, I mean...
You need to flip up because you will end up too much left side of that fairway and won't be able to attack the green. The wider you are, the more right you are, the better for the second shot.
Yeah, absolutely. And you see there's a veteran move, Juliana using that right side of the tee pad, giving herself more space from the left trees. And it works out nicely.
Yeah, but again, same
inside,
mistake as the rest of the card.
A more understable disc, yeah, I guess it'll flip up flat and ride for longer.
That's just about that to me.
Yeah.
And also hitting your line, it's really not easy to just avoid. The thing is, you want to go hyzer, so the casual and usual mistake, I want to say, is to early release and hit those trees on the left. It can happen. That would be the worst mistake you can do. But if you're too late, you will catch also the backside on that right. Not easy. And as you can see, there is some gaps between those trees.
That's what I was talking about. There's that inside tunnel shot for the FPO that if you just get yourself into position, you can, and Juliana's got it as well. It's a low ceiling tunnel shot, but oh, look at how nice that is. She goes on the left side of the big pine.
Man, when I say some stuff like that, you need to stop me. There is clearly a line behind and under those trees. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I'm shocked, man. There is
that's
so
kind
much
of
space there.
It's a pretty good way to play the hole, actually. You know, if you don't really feel like going with a wide hyzer on your second shot, you can play it more on the inside and kind of hope you line up nicely with the gap. And there are options too, as we saw. Juliana went left of the big pine tree, and
lots of gaps. And I assume you will just adapt.
It's a bit of a low ceiling, you know, but yeah, Ida comes up just shy on that one, almost ringing it up. Solid birdie there. That's what we need to see. More extension, more belief, you know, up into the chains.
And the first birdie for her on the back nine. Only second of the round, maybe?
Yeah, she got 6, which was, you know, one of the hardest on the...
No! That's one of the... You know, that can happen with those Prodigy baskets, apparently. We were discussing it with Elias a couple days ago. He's like, Prodigy is amazing to catch the discs when you're dead center. It will be hard to just be spitted out. But sometimes if you're like slightly on the right or left side of the pole,
it'll pop off.
It can just be,
It's a lot of chains, and sometimes it kind of rejects them, doesn't absorb the impact. Juliana actually got hole 9 as well. It's a par 5. She got the birdie 4 there. So third birdie of the... Good, folks, back here, hole 16, par 4.
Yeah, Andrew was not focused and he just stopped his sentence because the split screen was coming. Unfortunately, yeah, hole 16 now, par 4, and it's your turn to describe the hole.
Oh, thanks. 194 downhill. Pretty straight shot, I guess, as you look at it, but quite a lot of stuff there in the end. You can't really see the basket. Anything out in the open is fine, and then you have to kind of make a move after that, try to beat all these trees on the green. It's pretty well protected. There is OB behind, around the circle's edge, or a little bit inside. But yeah, there you see it. Another pretty downhill shot.
Yeah, not easy, and the more right you need to be as close as possible to this right side OB line to open up your angle and to attack the green. That's short, unfortunately, from Juliana.
Playing pretty tough for the FPO today. 4.47, tied for 4th most difficult. We haven't seen any birdies yet. Let's hope we can get some here from the feature card. It can typically be a windy part of the course, and it did pick up a little bit here at the end of the round, so you can see some trees moving a little bit. But as far as Järva goes, I'd say it was quite a calm day overall.
I don't see any trees moving.
Look a little closer.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. So yeah, that's a toughie, and it doesn't surprise me for the FPO, knowing that the advantage with the distance we have as an MPO player is that we can just go big hyzer over the OB on the right side and crash as close as possible from the line. Here, the FPO needs to find the distance and go flat. That's not as easy as... That's great. Yeah. That's a great shot. That's slightly short for Juliana. But she's left with a 15 to 17 meters putt to go for birdie, which is pretty fine.
Yeah, it would be the first of the day. She can connect from C2.
Isn't it high and inside?
A little bit. Not too shabby, though, actually.
Yeah,
open.
Passing all those trees on the left side is pretty fine. She will have an open look to the green, 30-35 meters coming for her. Not too bad in the end.
Olivia swinging one right to left. New merch out. Check it out on Instagram.
Oh, stop talking about that, man.
Just trying to remind you people. Those are
t-shirts.
Great gear.
Sweatshirts coming also. You're going to enjoy. Off-season is going to be a lot of work for MDG to bring you guys more gears and more equipment and more love next season.
Looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Really happy to have your support, though, and nice to rep it out there if you're part of the community. Look fly and MDG. Here we see.
Oh, unfortunately stopped by the last branches available on Tyyni's side. That's going to be a toughie to save the par.
And Ito just marching right along, She's not making mistakes. Keeping it under par, keeping it clean. Puts that one right next to the basket. Low stress round. She's always got her father on the bag. He's traveling around with her. It's super cool to see them out there bonding.
I love this.
Yeah, super calm, nice, friendly people.
And they know that there is a lot of potential in Ida, so I'm pretty sure he's giving time, and he knows. That's exactly what happened to me. Like back in the days, I see myself and my dad when I see Ida playing alongside her dad. It's a real thing.
It's a beautiful game to share with the ones you love and make new friends out there as well.
Exactly, and she's young, she has time, amazing talent. As you can see today, she's super clean on both of the front and back nines. She's one down right now with an easy par coming.
Yeah, still a teenager and, really mature in the way she acts and plays. Really ton of potential, as you said. Yeah,
it's coming.
It's a bright future for her. Gathering great experience, getting to play with a veteran like Juliana. We already mentioned it, but she's been playing with a ton of great players this season, touring pretty extensively here in Europe. And as you said, going over to the States, getting that trip in the bag too. Hole 17, this one's changed. Really tough par 3 now. 104 meters. They backed up the basket, added a Mando. What do you think about the change to this iconic hole?
Very hard. They added a Mando in the middle of the line. We were able to just attack on that left side and turn over. Here you need to be super low with an uphill slope all along the way, so it's really hard to handle the height you want to give to the disc. And it's long also. 104 plays more like I'd say 115 meter shot. So it's hard for us. It's really hard for the FPO, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, hardest on the course by far. 3.78 average. That's a good one.
That's a great shot from Ida though.
Yeah.
She's gonna be around, not a clean putt for the birdie, but maybe inside circle 2.
Oh, shank here.
And also further. Like it's inside those trees, inside that tunnel. It's very hard, man. Getting the birdie on this hole is definitely a bonus for both of the divisions.
But yeah, very inopportune time for a mistake there from Olivia. Her and Ida are battling for the last place on the lead card for tomorrow. We got Rachel in the clubhouse with a 4. We got a couple 3s. And it's going to be one of them, depending on who finishes strong here. So advantage Ida with the drives here.
Yeah, and I just checked because it's our job, but Ida ended up second at the World Championship.
Oh, by a single stroke.
Lead, man. She was in the lead and lost in the finals. That's amazing, man. I was not aware, weirdly, but second at the Junior World Championship is something huge for Europe, and also for Norway in the end, and also for her.
Yeah.
Just proving to everybody that the work she's putting there is really important and also worth it.
Very cool to see. Getting a great podium finish over there. As Juliana's approach is nicely right by the basket. Par is good on this. As we mentioned, most difficult. Forehand after pitching out from Olivia puts her close. She'll save the bogey. But Ida has an opportunity to take a one-stroke lead over her and get closer to securing that lead card position for tomorrow.
Yeah, which is pretty important, I'd say,
Very
on the
much.
Silver Series.
Definitely.
Just to have a bit of exposure also. Always good for the players. And this is a good approach.
Yeah.
Slightly Heiser, just avoiding that last three. An important tester now. Oh, okay, I see.
First
I see
bogey.
now. That was a mistake on the approach. I thought it would be okay with the short range putt.
Clipped
But now,
branch, yeah.
now she's taking the bogey. It's not the best approach, let's say. A bit short, a bit tight.
And a bit of a nervy putt. I think she was aware, or not, maybe not, but either way, she was a kind of a tester range. She's been solid on the green, but unable to connect there. Juliana had to go down on a knee to connect on that short putt, being with the low ceiling. But great par. Par's taking strokes on most of the field here. Only 31% of the field able to get the par. That just shows how difficult it is. Back to even for the round for Ida. She's tied up with Olivia. They're 4 strokes back of the leader Rachel Turton. And moving on to hole 18. Another really epic hole. Par 5 for the FPO at 194 meters. Way uphill. OB on the left side now. I believe that's new. But strong sloping left to right hillside and way uphill. That's kind of the name of the game on this one.
Yeah, and again, par 5 for the ladies. So you have, again, 3 shots to approach the green. I think with the slope, it plays more like a 230 to 40 meters par 5. It's going uphill crazy. Seem to rip this. And the drive is not easy also. There is a couple trees on the way. As you can see, big one on the right side, so you can't turn or late release. Going
Excellent
through.
drive here. Getting some huge distance, full flight.
Great shot from Juliana.
Excellent position. Great distance too. And this is pretty good also. Busting a very similar move. Pushing it up there into a
That's perfect.
Yeah.
They are both in position to attack for the birdie, definitely.
Absolutely. This one a little bit too far right. Can it fight through the bush? A little bit. It's on the front side of it at least. Not sure if her swing will be slightly obstructed, but could have been worse. Pulled it right. This one's pushing left. I'm worried. Yeah, skips OB.
Okay. So as you can see, you mentioned it, but they added that OB line on that left side. It was not existing in the previous editions of this tournament. And it brings lots of danger for the players.
Speaking of danger, you see Olivia flirting with it over there. It landed out of bounds, curled back in, luckily, just by an inch. Yenny a little bit low on that one. Struggling on the finish a bit. Ida, look at how concentrated she is. She's always seems to be in the moment. Not easily distracted and clearly loves disc golf. That's a great shot.
And that's a perfect bounce back after the mistake on the previous one. Because she's probably 35 meters from the pin.
Solid seconds from both of them. The run-up's pretty tricky on this one. If you know the sloping hillside, you got to be really controlled with your footwork. Here we see Olivia.
Whoa,
fast swing, way inside.
Man, she was lucky to go through those trees.
That could have been a disaster if it kicked either way. Left your OB, right your way down the hill. That was a scary moment. Lucky. But yeah, she's slipping a little bit here at the end. Olivia's kind of like struggling a couple shots in a row as we see Annie getting up there onto the green. Lucky not to roll down.
Yeah, not always easy to approach this basket. Unfortunately early out of the hand for Juliana.
After that awesome drive, she's going to have to probably settle for a par now.
But yeah, I wanted to add that if you are a righty approaching that basket, and that's a huge mistake also.
Terrible forehand.
But yeah, if you are landing hyzer on that slope, it can be really dangerous with the rollerways. And Olivia just jeopardizing her chances to be in the lead card tomorrow, and that's gonna be an easy birdie for Ida.
Ida was almost in eagle range there. I mean, but putting it right into the basket nicely for the birdie now. Juliana's gonna have to concede the par.
Yeah, unfortunate break on Juliana's side. It could have been a stroke to take back.
Olivia.
Oh, stay there, yeah. Nice try, knowing the slope and the drop-off behind the basket, showing the confidence she has since the start of the round.
It's going to be a double bogey, though. Unfortunately. A couple mistakes that were really not what she was hoping for, as Ida takes the birdie, so she's going to be on your lead card tomorrow. 1 under par for the round. Solid performance from her. And the others tapping in for par, bogey, and double bogey, respectively. That's going to do it for round 1 here. Tyyni from Järva.
And we will have Rachel Tutton 4 down, Sophie 3, Tinja Weisenen 3, and Ida still in the lead card tomorrow. Super nice. We're going to have a couple names we are used to have in our lead cards and also in front of our cameras. Yeah, it's going to be interesting, man.
4 different countries as well.
Okay, again.
Pretty cool.
That's also and always good.
Yeah, always nice to see that. MDG Media bringing you the best coverage we can, and we really appreciate all the support. Thanks for having me in the booth again, Max, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Moving Day back here tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting, guys, and we'll see you on Moving Day's second round of the 2024 Järva Open X Tyyni.